Okay, look at that. We're coming all the way back down to the low zone of the overnight session. And boy, have I been active this week. It's pretty heavy short through the middle and end part of the week. Had very few amount of shorts that I had resting in the overnight session. Never knowing, you never know when things could like really escalate in the Middle East. And wow, did they ever. So anyhow, caught some of the down move. Uh, and then worked it on that pivot high we made right out of the U.S. Session Open. I engaged with some other accounts from that point going forward as a seller and stayed pretty active this morning. Actually got long a few times. Was caught a little bit. Was back on the long side, let go. Didn't like that. Thought we'd get some continuation. And then, yeah, we got eventually flipped. So anyhow, I was watching iGrid in a more responsive setting than I have here for some of this long action. Just coming in, grabbing little hits, and working to get over a daily goal. So anyhow, pretty active day, and now we're in a big sell-off mode. Okay, let's take a look at some of the charts here quick. So this area right here last night, we basically came all the way back up. Here's the evening session, the end of the U.S. cash session markets going into the evening session. We came all the way back up here right after the U.S. session open. I right away started putting in order flow up there. And I was like, I will definitely fade that return back to that price after that huge sell-off. And then I just kept kind of adding to shorts throughout the day. I resold this rally a bit. And I was playing with really light position size today because I already caught the down move, with not a lot, but, there's a very big distance of price movement when I finally blipped out a little few amount of MNQs I had on. But hey, I made it easy coming into the day session. And then on some accounts, I'm adding additional accounts. I got in and worked it pretty hard. But yeah, what moves today? This is the tick chart. This was the Renko chart. This is my less responsive high-grid Renko chart. So this one is I'm just kind of watching the bigger picture moves and looking for areas to add to running trends. And there was the selling at the peak that was way up as the market returned back to the, I guess you could say, the evening session kind of pricing on this. So after the U.S. session, they got one more little extension. This is at about 9 in the morning U.S. Central Time. We're getting really close to 9. 9's right about here, so that's 9 Chicago time. So about 8:58, 8:59 we pushed, and then right away it got sold into, and then I was covering some on the way down. And I worked through a little bit of long action. So yeah, it was a pretty interesting night. I was up much of the night because I was watching a range of other accounts. And it was kind of interesting on the FX side. We were in last runners in some what I call kind of a swing trading or multi-day trades. They all flipped long. Gosh, it was about 9-ish last night, U.S. Central Time. They all flipped to the long side. And they've been short for a while. And they finally flipped to the long side. What time was that last night? Yeah, about 9-ish. So that's about 9 p.m. Chicago time, U.S. Central Time. And yeah, about 9:40, 9:42-ish, at least on this particular chart, it flipped long, but some of our other stuff flipped long, pretty much in that area. It's somewhere between 9:30 and 9:45. Automated stuff in FX that's higher time frame got long, and wow, was that a heck of a move. to come all the way back up to that evening session level. So very, very active overnight session, a lot of activity. I've been done for a few hours now. I'm done for the day. But yeah, now I'm going to go into testing. We have some stuff that's looks like it's about done being built on the automated side. Version 2 of automated systems already had a clustered trail stop feature. It's been a bit of a enjoyable time getting it to do exactly what we want, but it's looking like it's working now. So I'm going to start testing it heavily, make sure it's all working good. For the clustered trailing stop, we're adding to the iGrid automation across all platforms. And then there's other features adds we're adding that I got to test. So it's been going slow, but now I can see light at the end of the tunnel, and I just wanted to make sure everything was reliable. Also, another thing that's bogged me down a bit, I have just a very few people here and there that have little bugs or issues going on with their automation that I'm not seeing at all on any of the machines I'm running or anybody else is reporting. So it does take some time to go case by case and try to figure out what may be going on their end, just to make sure we don't have something off in automation, and working through that stuff too. So anyhow, it's a heck of a week. A lot of selling. We had a big sell-off that kind of was a good flush-off move to bring buyers back in. Now we're all the way back down to that area. We haven't retested yet the low of the overnight session. That could happen. Maybe it'll just come back and grab it, go, and push it back up into the prior range the later part of the day. We'll have to see. So anyhow, there should be some good videos over the weekend of some automated stuff running that I'll post up as I get things wrapped up. I'm going to be working all weekend to make sure I get these version 2s of the automated done, so I can get it in people's hands as soon as possible, and then in the next week, by Tuesday, going into Wednesday and stuff, all I'm doing then is trading my butt off and then turning on automated stuff on more futures accounts next week. And got a lot of optimization work I need to organize and post. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff backlogging because of the programming work, but now I see light at the end of the tunnel. And really loving how everything's turning out. And then, I got to get the updated set of the adaptive price bands I'll be putting out to everybody. Working on that too. Let's see, what else do I got? Got the squeeze momentum still there in the queue to get wrapped up and tested. So staying busy, that's for sure, until we get it all out and make sure it's bug free. So yeah, there you guys go. I hope you guys had some good action last night. And yeah, that was a heck of a sell-off. So hopefully the world will pressure these countries and say, hey, enough of this stuff. Let's work on some solutions. Quit pointing out the problem back and forth. Let's work on solutions and get stuff stabilized, and let's stop blowing up everything, and let's move forward. That would be nice. But anyhow, yeah, iGrid, all kinds of good stuff on deck. So looking forward to wrapping some major projects up this weekend and getting advanced versions of the automated deployed. So what a way to end the week. Got some big price movements here. Again, the big sell. We had that big bounce, and we had a W pattern and lift. They ran it up, pushed it just ahead of the U.S. cash session, came back up pretty much to the level where we were in the after hours session, and rotated, and down we go the rest of the day. Well, now here we are right back in this area. I'll pull up this chart just so you can see everything a little bit better. There we are, right back down near the lows, the overnight session. So got quite a lot of time left in the day. So we'll see if institutionals grab this, maybe flush out the low, and then park it back somewhere in the range. Day session high and session lows, or do we get more profit taking when this gets ugly into the end of the day and we head south? So we'll see. So anyhow, setting up, volatility came back strong to these markets, and I think it's here to stay for a while. So there you have it. I'll put out more updates maybe later this evening and into tomorrow on the version 2 of all the automated systems for the various platforms, because I am so close to having it in my hand all done and ready to do the final testing, since I green-lighted all the logic and stuff just the other day. Okay, everybody, there you have it. If you have any questions, info@gridelgo.com. Talk to y'all later, and have a great weekend ahead.